So my name is Sylvia Todd.
My name is James Todd. Other ways of knowing her as Super Awesome Sylvia on the interwebs and other wonderful places, or Maker Sylvia on Twitter. Ooh, neat.
I said that.
They could put that little bar at the bottom.
So my interest at RobotsConf has really been the AR drones because, we had one for a little while, but it's been broken, and I've always wanted to fly one around. So I'm always in there playing with everybody else, and also I really like just looking around and having fun. I was at Wearables.
They're really cool.
Yes.
You can fly them around, and we didn't really know and hadn't really experimented with before, but we did hear is that you can fly them with a computer and programmatically turn them around and make them dance and do all sorts of other fun stuff.
We've been to a sort of conference that was a little bit smaller, and there was a lot of teachers there who were very interested in electronics but really didn't know how to get into it. But this is the biggest and best one I've been to.
Yeah, this is a whole lot of fun.
And it's in Florida.
It's in Florida. That helps a lot. You've got all these people, all these parts and bits and pieces, and a lot of smart people too. And the funny thing is, you meet these people that you hadn't actually met before. You talk to them, they know a lot about something, and then you realize they don't know something that you know. And you can help them out, and then all of a sudden everyone gets this wonderful, warm feeling of sharing something really cool, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, and as long as you know it's for fun, you can keep going with it and fail and do stuff that doesn't quite work or doesn't look great, and then you're happy with it because, oh yeah, we did something, right? If anything, we got together and we had fun.
Yes. So we had a keynote yesterday, and
it was our first keynote that we'd ever done, where we showed off the watercolor bot and talked about the story behind it, where she started doing the watercolor bot a year ago almost a year ago, last January, and it went from a doodle to
a real product that is actually being sold right now, which is really cool.
Absolutely incredible, and something that anyone can just go and hack on and have fun with.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So we launched a Kickstarter for the watercolor bot, and
in July.
In July, yes, and our goal was 50,000.
Yeah, we were thinking to do 20,000, and everyone was like, no, up to 50,000. That'll be a better idea.
And we actually went way above our goal to 90,000, which is amazing, and we're all really excited. And people
which amounts to over 400 robots.
Yeah,
that are going to get out there.
We get updated from the EvaMed scientists, and there's a picture of this guy who puts together a lot of the chassis for the watercolor bots.
And it's a picture of him and the
chassis stacked up really
all the way past him. He's a tall guy too.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing to see something that was just her crazy idea. All of a sudden built as real physical things being sent out into the world.
It's really cool. I'm really excited.
I'm still wigging out about it. Well, when I went to the White House, they said, go away, we don't want you. It's your daughter we love.
Anyway, once we got in there, I was in the robotics room, and was the president. He was walking over and doing some fun stuff and talking to a lot of important people, such as Bill Nye and LeVar Burton, and I even got interviewed by them. They were really nice. They had some great questions for the interview, and they interviewed just certain people. Great experience. First time I've ever met those guys. I'm really excited. They're like my heroes. So, oh my gosh, I was so excited and so nervous. I was shaking like crazy afterwards, and I was burning hot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got that, that sort of stuff. So it was just really exciting. A lot of kids in my class I don't think they're interested. They think it's sort of lame, I guess you could say. But if they just, had the right inspiration, they would get interested. It's okay if they don't want to get into it. They could get into music if they want, or they can get into dance. It's just, making is really educational, and you learn a lot from it, and you gain a lot of experience from making. And I just think it's really fun, and it'd be cool if more people got into it. So it's your choice.
The feeling, the want to do something amazing, the creative is always there. It's in the kid. They want to get out there and dance. They want to make art. They want to create a robot that allows them to do things that they wouldn't be able to do, or something just fun, And they want to try for these things, and a lot of them get started and they fail at it because they're, these things are hard. These problems are really difficult, and the thing to get them over the hump is find someone with a little bit of help, or there's a lot of resources online.
Help them up the mountain.
Or find the inspiration that gives them the drive to continue on. And the amazing thing is places like this, which may not seem all that cool, you get in here and you see all this stuff, and everything is accepting. No matter how silly or useless or small or big your crazy idea is, someone will help you. Someone will try. There will be people who want to get you there. Sylvia had an idea while we were coming here to put a robot arm on an AR drone. She knew there were AR drones here and figured maybe we could make a robot arm. And I'm like, no.
No, not robot. Claw.
A claw. I said, no, you can't do that. And then here she finds a guy and he hears about this.
Well, actually, what he said was he came over and he had that exact same idea that I had. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just thought of that. This is great. This is great, man. I was like, let's do this.
And they wanted to do it. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, I guess so.
Yeah, totally.
Someone else thinks it might happen. Sure, why not? And here we are building it.
We're like almost done. It's really amazing.
I had no idea. And we don't know if we're going to win or fail.
I don't really care if we win. I just want to see it work.
I don't care either, as long as we get something.
So,
do you need a college degree? I may be a bad example, but I learned programming from a young age, kind of messed around with it, faked some things, and I now get paid 6 figures a year for doing programming at home, and I didn't even finish high school. What's actually changed is the availability of quality information. Before, you had to pour through books and get instruction, and there wasn't really what you needed to learn something. Now, all you need are really good examples, videos of people talking about things, and a few other things. And technically, you can learn a lot of what you need. You don't have someone on top saying, yes, you learned this, you did a good job, I am a member of this prestigious university, and I say that you did that. That's what a degree is. You don't have that. But a lot of people are saying, I don't necessarily care. If I want to hire you for this job, if you can show me that you can do the job,
then you can
have the job.
Well, I think in the future, robotics is going to change a lot and not a lot at the same time. Like
the DIY movement, as far as robotics is concerned, stuff that you find in this very room, the little tiny baby steps that we make are leaps and bounds ahead of some of the people that have been stuck in a research office at a company spending millions upon millions of dollars making something.
Yeah, people who've been companies who've been working 12 years on making this certain thing, and then one person is spending a weekend
Worley's
on
talk
this.
yesterday.
Yes, Worley was talking
that's what he was
making a
talking
skateboard that
by putting together existing technologies off the shelf, he was able to make a shopping cart that followed you and talked about your eating habits. It's little hacks like that could become real things that come into everyday lives, are things that are just completely turning and changing the way that people think about DIY, because we get these individual components that can be very smart about things, these individual pieces that know something about the world, and then you all have to do is write a little bit of logic on another small board, package it together, and you have something that amazes or impresses people. The watercolor bot uses the only electronics come from something else, and they're all open hardware. That's another very important part of this, is that these were ideas given out by people saying, I want this to get out into the world. So people can copy them, send them out, sell them at some small profit, and they benefit a little bit, and the world benefits by having these free and open source things come out into the world. It's things like that are going to change a lot of things for development. Not necessarily for products, but for development of things.
I don't know. I think I really want to continue.
I think when she turns into a teenager, she's just going to stop. She's going to be like,
Nope.
I hate you, Dad.
No.
I hate you.
No.
Go away. This
Go
video
away
stuff is
because-
nerdy and boring,
No.
and I'm leaving.
No, I said go away so I can go make that flying car that I wanted to do for 5 years now. That sort of thing. I'm not going to say. Or go-kart.
She's got a go-kart project.
I got a go-kart project. But I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to keep being interested, and if I'm not interested, I'm going to get something else that I really would like to do and continue pursuing in that. Okay,
We love RobotsConf. It is awesome.
I think if there's one word to
really
describe
cool.
RobotsConf, it would be probably
Awesome.
ingenuity, because everybody is totally focused on their project and totally having a creative flow.
The other thing I'd like to say is what we always say at the end of everything.
Get out there and make something.